Tip. Notre Dame wearing the exact same uniforms they were in last year's national championship game. Hoping for a better result, obviously. Brittany Griner wins the open, swinging it up top for Madden. Who had a cold start in the national semifinal. Destiny Williams in the paint, little leaner, and that's going to go. Put up Indianapolis to Texas A&M. So they have just as much unfinished business as Baylor does coming into this one. Mallory bouncing here. Diggins will get that one to go, and that's a play that works so well.
This is the best offensive team in the tournament, the Irish.
Williams on the other end. How about Devereaux Peters with the block? But Williams stays.
Parts that come up big.
Diggins bouncing in the paint. There's Peters rolling in for two. And inside, there's all the bodies around Griner.
They have 2 or 3 bodies they can go to in the post.
Griner and 80.
Diggins actually said there was a point in time where I thought, oh.
Against the Lady Bears, she'll take one at the foul line and short. Big rebound, Peters. She's fouled.
The basketball out of her area. They put a number on this Baylor team that no other team, and does so in an important moment.
On the run, Diggins has some help. Mallory running with her. She'll lay it up and in that loss in Waco. Watch her tonight on the drive. Sims for the
very tight.
Mallory doing what so many do, staying away from Griner. McBride is there. Lots of stars here in the house of the Pepsi. Swings for Sims and the block by Diggins. Sims gets it back, flips it up, too strong. Baylor really.
This is when they pressure every position. And
the second foul shot on the way.
Might be an understatement. They don't win it without her making those shots.
Shot clock at 3. Pope jumps in, dumping it down low. Griner banks it in.
Of the season, that's been an Achilles heel. The defensive backboards for the Irish.
They swing it for Condrey. The open shot, in and out. Griner boards it and gets it. Quiet. Diggins off the fake. Fires it up, too soft. Baylor wants to run. Condrey ahead for Madden. The bounce for Sims. Boy, they moved it
away from pressuring them because we've got the ultimate safety measure.
Brittany Griner, who once blocked 14 shots at a game.
And that's exactly what Rebecca showed you. A dynamic driver.
Novosel from 13. That missed badly.
That was a case where Odyssey Sims just refused to let her get back to the other side of the floor.
Sims, oh, that's a nifty move for Tilt. Baylor by 8, looking to run. Condrey gives it up for Williams. She'll shoot it straight on. All net for 2. On WatchESPN.com. In for McBride. Quick shot. Yes. Sad lead. 20-12. McBride, is she the hot hand? Is Diggins beyond the 3? Rainbow shot. Griner, a touch in tight. That's impossible officially. But how many shots has she altered? And that one knocked away by Sims. The quick hands of Odyssey Sims. Oh, a foul on the...
Looks like Mallory's coming in for Digger, like you could lose a ball game in a first half.
Sims again. She has a different look in her eye in this game tonight. I think a lot of it is because of that matchup with Skylar Diggins. All net there by 7-0. They built their biggest lead so far here in the championship. Novosel tried to scoop. And into Griner, spinning left, bank shot, no, a rare miss there. Williams is up for the
advantage. Obviously, Diggins has been a little bit more efficient. Took our run at Odyssey Sims, trying to get her to say.
Another one coming, a 67% shooter. Shot clock to 10 for the Fighting Irish. Diggins, Big East Player of the Year, airborne. That's a beautiful threes in overtime against Connecticut. Notre Dame works it perfectly for Wright in the back. Notre Dame at 36%. Diggins for Novosel. Peters underneath and somehow got it. Baylor had it and lost it. Peters, right again. Oh, she knew Brittany Griner was in the area.
That's
here for Brittany Griner. Rebound loose, controlled ball. Hayden jumps into the lane. That didn't touch a thing. Pope is there on the baseline, and she wriggles it. Novosel trying to get active. Can't drop that one in. Achan with a tough shot. Oh, got a lot of iron.
Another bad shot. I mean, this is a player who's a poor three-point shooter. You had 16 ticks. Don't shoot it.
Novosel and the foul by 18 minutes in the tournament. Will play a lot tonight.
They can't foul you. They don't have a bench. They have to bring their starters back in.
Baylor, and here come the Lady Bears, the #1 overall seed in the tournament. Pope is open underneath and scores 2 more. Backs it out. Ochanwa sets up the screen. Novosel lost it on the dribble. She's having a choppy game. Here's Mallory to save her. Griner again. She moves up near the foul line. Strong up. That won't go. And now there is a foul. A blocking foul. A very late call.
Wow, decanter.
Surprised it took that long. I figured when we didn't.
Pretty good. She's missed a couple tonight. She's very good.
Staff slicing it to 6 at halftime.
Well, very interesting. No Devereaux Peters to start the second half.
But she's had a sensational second half. She's put her team on her shoulders. Griner underneath, and Sims to put it in. Sims, a sophomore from Irving, Texas. Williams, a leaner and back. High post. Looking for Diggins. Doesn't need a lot of room to do that. Her three-pointer is on top. Driving to the basket as well, but she can be deadly beyond that arc. Sims off to Hayden. Now the swing. Griner beat everybody in for 2. What a quick step. McBride hustles it against Griner. Peters back in. She'll lay it in. Peters hands off for Novosel. They run a play for her. She
Contribute, though. This is her specialty, getting to the
16 and a half to go. Boy, she missed that one badly. Rebound tip controlled by Sims.
The moments you simply play through. Throw yourself into defense and rebounding and play.
Griner into the double team. Banks into. Baylor by 7. McBride off the screen by Peters. Great. Griner again, drawing all sorts of contact there. Strip taken away from her. Here's Novosel. Can she finally get started? No, but she'll. Not much debate about that. Neither one of them has a turnover.
Obviously, a little bit more efficient for Skylar Diggins, but along with the...
We sensed a little bit of the chip on the shoulder of Odyssey.
You like that, though, Dave. You want to have a quiet... The beating. Griner is taken inside from Ochanwa.
A little bit mindful of Stephanie Dolson getting into foul trouble. Here's Sims for 3. Deep. Ochanwa looking for a cutter. Diggins instead. Up against Sims. A pull-up through the 78%.
Country is Skylar Diggins. Best defensive point guard in the country.
In the semifinal. Griner zips the pass. Nene Hayden airborne. And that'll roll in.
Another
fouler first. Sims, heavy traffic, denied. Back up, blocked by Ochanwa. She wins it back, no place to go. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Hayden, got it! Diggins, right up and over, Griner for 2.
Cutter going through is going to be physical with her.
Over the top, catch, or you can't defend that. Some help, here's McBride. Trying to use the screen around Ochanwa, who rolls, but Griner's there, can't get to her.
Sims became passive in the box and one. She's got to be active.
Griner with a hook on the baseline. Strong. In fact, I think she's inventing stuff. Diggins dumps it off. Ochanwa with a nice roll and one. In sports, to finish a season undefeated, of course, Connecticut 2009-10 went 39-0. The Irish, however, have a history with undefeated juggernauts. Remember Digger Phelps, 1974, Notre Dame 39-0. Ochanwa at the line. Shot clock to 10. Odyssey Sims pops one up, sailed it over, rebounded away. Williams is there.
Offense.
Devereaux Peters with 4 fouls. Griner working on the freshman. Falls away, banks it in.
See, again, that's another little push. And because she's physically bigger and stronger, they're not giving her... Well, we talked at the top of the telecast about what a difficult matchup Brittany Griner is for most teams, for the consistency tonight. So she could afford to step away and challenge.
Madden swings for Griner. Triple team out of that. Made it, and she'll go to the line. Boy, is that an All-American play right there.
Yeah, that speeds you up. And Brittany Griner, you are getting closer and closer to your...
Third. Griner for the three-point play.
Yeah, now Odyssey Sims is a little bit closer to her.
Diggins drives with the left hand off. Condry off the fake. Sims won't wait. Long one for 3. Boy, does that sting Notre Dame. A 14-point lead.
And look at that loss.
Underneath Sims and cashes in, and this is the biggest lead of the game. At one point when it was 42-39, but now Baylor up by 16. And trying to finish the business. Unfinished business has been their theme all season long as they failed to reach the Final Four. Sims fouled in the act. In the national championship game.
She was really disappointed.
Diggins on the attack. The floater won't go. The follow by Peters not there. Ochanwa blocked by Griner. So a 19-point lead for Baylor. Williams gives it up for Condrey. They leave her wide open for Tim. In the AP Coach of the Year, she's been battling Bell's palsy. Oh, down goes Mallory, landing on her shoulder. That leaves an open shooter again. It's Condrey to bury it.
Days for Condoleezza.
That line. On the baseline, Williams airborne.
20 assists on 28 baskets.
25-point lead in the national championship, and the players available for the Baylor Lady Bears, and she's on the floor. That's Kim Mulkey's daughter. McBride on the drive and the foul on the play.
On defensive end.
There has been discussion about Brittany Griner leaving Baylor.
Nneka Ogwumike being the definitive #1 pick.
Comes McBride with it now for Notre Dame. Jumper from the wing and knock.
You kill her off the clock as you can if you're Baylor.
Griner working on 24 points. To her right, yes, 2 more. Skylar Diggins is 18 points, 7 for 16 shooting. St. Louis Cardinals. Odyssey Sims just picked up her 5th foul, so she has fouled out. And Diggins
have a great recruiting class, as you see Odyssey Sims getting a well-deserved rest. Not bad, but with 19 and 4, impacted the game on the defense.
Skylar Diggins, a junior, so Condrey at the line and spin.
So in addition to the seniors, contact over her career, countless indignities in other areas, social media, and with one exception, she has handled it all with grace and dignity and great maturity, and a national title and a special exchange between Kim Mulkey and her 2 stars. And Papa, you should be awfully proud.
RG is 26 points. Griner 8 for 9 shooting in the second half. 5. So she is beginning the celebration over on the Baylor bench. What a night for her. And for the Lady Bears, about to do what no one's ever done in the history of college basketball, 40-0. They were rarely tested by anybody all season long. And in the second half of the you talked about her legacy and needing a championship to fulfill that. And Brittany Griner has done that tonight in here for Baylor, playing her last minutes. So Baylor to 80 points. Tough shooting night for the Fighting Irish, 34%. Baylor is going to end this season having not allowed an opponent to shoot 50% in 215 games.
Now for Kim Mulkey, one of the most competitive, competent coaches we have.
Turner rattles in a long one. Final seconds here in Denver. And Baylor, how do you like the sound of this? 40-0. The Lady Bears are the national champs in 2012.